Was Hadassah. Now I am known as Esther, Queen of Persia, but my story begins far from the palace in the shadows of exile. As a young Jewish woman in Susa, I lived a simple life with my cousin Mordecai. Everything changed when King Xerxes deposed Queen Vashti and searched for a new queen. I was taken to the palace, leaving behind everything I knew.
In a hushed tone, remember, Esther, do not reveal your people or your family background.
Mordecai warned me to keep my Jewish identity a secret. I was afraid, but I obeyed. To my surprise, the king chose me as his new queen. I am honored, Your Majesty. I found myself in a world of luxury and power, but I felt more alone than ever. Then came the day that would change everything. Haman, the king's highest official, convinced Xerxes to issue a decree.
Your Majesty, there is a certain people scattered among us who keep themselves separate. Their customs are different from those of all other people, and they do not obey your laws. It is not in your best interest to tolerate them.
Do with them as you please.
All Jews in the kingdom were to be killed on a single day. When I heard the news, my heart nearly stopped. Mordecai sent me a message, urging me to go to the king and plead for our people. But to approach the king uninvited meant certain death, unless he extended his golden scepter. I was terrified. How could I risk everything? Mordecai's words echoed in my mind. Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? I knew what I had to do. I would approach the king even if it cost me my life. I asked all the Jews to fast and pray for me for 3 days and nights. On the third day, I put on my royal robes and approached the king's inner court. My heart pounded as I waited to see if he would raise his scepter or order my execution.
What is it, Queen Esther? What is your request?
If it pleases your majesty, let the king and Haman come today to a banquet I have prepared. If I have found favor with you, your majesty, spare my life and the lives of my people.
Who would dare threaten you and your people?
This vile Haman is our enemy and your enemy, your majesty. The king's fury was immediate. Haman was arrested and later executed. Mordecai was elevated to Haman's position, and a new decree was issued allowing the Jews to defend themselves. On the day meant for our destruction, we instead celebrated our deliverance. From that day forward, we have celebrated Purim to remember how courage and faith can overcome hatred and fear. I learned that sometimes we are placed in difficult positions for a greater purpose, and that one person's courage can change the course of history. This is the story of Purim, a celebration of deliverance and hope, a reminder that even in our darkest hours, there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow.